Hello, Ashley, Joyce, and Layne Marine Williams. Thank you
Hi.
for producing the show. I got to see two pilots of a TV series. Just remind us of your log line for Zen Room.
So Zen Room is a workplace comedy set in a small town yoga studio where Lauren, who's a genuine idealist, introduces yoga to her small eclectic suburban town along with her cohort Sunny, who is a little unscrupulous.
Yeah, she's a handful. When I watched the first pilot, it hooked me right away. It's just a very familiar setting that I walk through life viewing and participating in about with this comedic slant, this different view of it. It was very fun to watch, and I hope it gets picked up and have lots and lots of seasons. So you have already produced 10 episodes, is that right?
Yes. 10,
So
a full season one is what we have. So 10 short form episodes, but it can act as a spec for a longer development, or it can be standalone and distributed and purchased as an acquisition.
yes, yeah, I think that it's nice. It's almost a full package that's ready to go. So in the writing of it, and was that pretty easy because of real life? I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah, I worked at a yoga studio and I found this world to be just so rich. I studied comedy in Chicago and I was working at a studio at the exact same time. And I, a yoga studio that is really practicing the ancient system of yoga, the eight limbs, and not just an exercise studio. You're talking about spirituality and morality and ethics on top of meeting people that you might not meet in your everyday life, but you're getting pretty deep with talking about life. So I loved the fact that was at a yoga studio. And of course, there's a lot of comedy that can ensue in this world. And it came very naturally, to be honest, because I know the world so well and I have such reverence myself for the study of yoga and the ancient system and what it gives to you if you're using it as a guidepost for how you're living your life. So I love it so much, and then it's so easy for me to write within this world because I know it so well.
yeah, I imagine. That's what I figured it would just and it just happened naturally. And it feels like that. It feels very familiar. So Layne Marie, as a director, did you come up with the concept of the single camera mockumentary?
So Ashley knew that's what the style she wanted this to be shot in. Then it's just a matter of making that come true. But it really lent itself to that very easily. We did work with two cameras. We had a director of photography, Dan, and then we also had a B cam operator, Gianna Aquilina, and they were both fabulous and completely understood the tone and really excelled at using zoom lenses, which helps heighten the comedy.
Yeah,
So, yeah, it all felt again very natural. I think what Ashley has created and written lends itself to that sort of style. And it was a lot of fun to shoot because I don't get to play in that format all the time.
with the smaller cast, were you pretty hands-on or what did that look like, say, to shoot a scene? Like where are you in it?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm very hands-on, but I also like to give talent the room and space to breathe and make their own choices and be free. But I'm right there with them the whole time. So it's a little bit of a balancing act of watching monitor, but then also after a cut, going up and whispering in their ear or pulling them aside and having a separate little, oh, why don't you try this or try that? Or how about this? So it varies scene
Yeah.
by scene.
Yeah, that's so needed, especially when you're in the moment as a actor or the camera person, even you just get so involved that you need that big overview eye to come in and steer it this way and that and work.
Yeah.
At the end of the pilot short, we have one of the students giving us a wrap up of the personalities that are in this script. Will she always be there? It was almost like the chorus.
Yeah.
And,
So
and
yes, she will
So
always be there. That's Ethel. It's an ensemble comedy. So we have the people that are running the studio, which is led by three women of three different generations, which we think is important, and we can explore that from the view of those main characters. And then there's, of course, the students, the regular students that are coming all of the time, and Ethel is one of those students. And then we have an opportunity for weekend workshops. We've set up a device that at this studio, the Sunny, who is one of the owners, is influential in the yoga world. So she knows people from LA and New York. And so we have this opportunity for regular guest stars that can be a bit more larger than life personalities and a little more goofy than the grounded things that are happening in the community of the small town of Silver Park. So yeah, we love Ethel. She's definitely our soothsayer, truth speaker, and we love that about her.
Yes, I feel like Ethel speaks for the everyday person.
Yeah.
She participates, yes, but she's grounded and she has a clear lens, whereas the others are a little slanted
Yeah.
towards whatever their ego is.
Wacky.
It's very fun. It's very fun to watch. And yeah, Sunny, wow, she is so funny. I think each and every one is. And I like the three generations. That's what those three main characters represent. And putting them together is really a slice of life of the generations we deal with every single day, walking to get a coffee or doing our yoga or doing work or so. Yeah, that's fun. It's a very funny lens looking at ourselves.
I think it's important, Teri, because women, I think what we want to highlight is that women of three different generations, though it might be in a different way, are often experiencing and dealing with a lot of the same things. And so they're going to be able to lean on each other a lot, even though they're at different places in their life. They're going to face a lot of the same challenges together.
Yes, yeah, I see that through line. And also, the three generations, the three women communicate differently, even though at the heart of it, they want the same things for each other and for themselves. But even in the episode I watched, Cheri Oteri's character, she's just so out there and selfish and manipulative. But then she has a scene where she really hones in on connecting with the teacher that's having some crisis that's taking over into her teaching work. And I'm like, oh, wow, she really has heart. She has clarity. And that yet she goes back to her normal self. Oh, clarity Dawn.
Yeah.
Also, just a little out there, but she really snaps into the truth occasionally and is just spot on when everyone else is just flopping around trying to communicate. That's very fun. And let's see, the owner, Lauren, your character, Ashley, I think she's idealistic, she's earnest, she wants the best, but she also wants to do a good job and be a good leader, and that's really hard to do with this setting. Layne Marie, what's a challenge that you worked with when you first got on this project?
I think when we've touched on this a little bit, but just the complexity of human nature and the best way to show that with these characters. Everybody has multiple parts, has multiple things and nuances about them that make them like these three women. They've got their quirks, they've got their needs, their wants, their ways that they work well together, the ways that they have conflict. And I think just trying to figure out the best way to visually portray that to an audience so that it goes deeper than just the comedy. That was something that Ashley and I always will live and die on that hill, because though we want the audience laughing, we also want them feeling and to touch their hearts and to relate to these characters while also being amused by these characters. So just that balance, I think, was always a challenge in trying to figure out how to portray that.
I think you did. I think you did that successfully. And there's so much more that I haven't seen. So I imagine it's there. And a good comp for Zen Room, I would think, is Hacks, which has the elements that your hill is built on. Yeah.
Show. Wonderful show.
Yeah, the success of that and the template that you're working in that you just described to me and that the two pilots set up, I see that just walking in those same footsteps. And you see how hungry that we are as viewers for intergenerational conflict and resolution because we have a hard time talking to each other in these three different languages and styles of communication and ways of seeing the world.
Yeah, for sure. And we also have a comp to Ted Lasso. It's just that our world is a lot more female centric, but that same tone of, yeah, it's funny and it's goofy and there's these funny moments, but there's something deeper that we're dealing with underneath.
Yes. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how each character. I think I saw the heart from two of the characters, and Ashley, I think always your character, Ashley, always has her heart centered, but I have yet to see that real good deep moment. But she wants the right thing for everyone.
Yeah.
Of course, the goal is to develop it and create more of it. So there's definitely a lot to explore in that vein.
Good, thank you. I just see it really taking off. And as Dances with Film is such a strong vehicle, and they really showcase well. And statistically, we've had a lot of success with people involved in Dances with Film and participating as creators. So I feel like you're in the right place.
We definitely have been on a journey together, Layne Marie and I and Cheri, for a little while, from the beginning of just concept to writing and shooting and everything. And so we want to celebrate each other and continue to work together. It's a great team. Yeah, we're hoping to develop it further.
We'll see what happens. It'll tell us one way or the other which way it's going to go. So we're just open to all possibilities.
I feel like you've created something really special here. You're part of the seed of it. The magic happened. We're with you. This is going to be a bad interview and review because I'm already, like, you already got me. I'm a fan already.
Problem to have.
Jingle opening soundtrack is funny in itself.
Thank you. That is our composer, Jack Lipson. He's very talented and we sing his praises. That was one of the first things that I actually reached out for because I knew I wanted something retro in nature, like an old school theme song. And I knew he was the one to do it. And he has tickled me with it because even the references that we spitballed together, he incorporated in such a beautiful way. And he's a wordsmith and a wonderful composer.
Yeah, and it's catchy, it's goofy, but the lyrics are spot on. And I'm not going to spoil the lyrics. My viewers can look those up. It's funny that it's set in the Midwest and they're so excited to get yoga people from LA.
Yeah.
Guest teachers.
Guest teachers. It's exciting.
Which is exciting because it gives us a chance to bring in other kinds of talent. I know that was Ashley's intention.
Yeah, having a moment for guest stars that people don't have to, some actors that we'd love to have on board that don't have to commit to being a part of the full series, but they can come in and play a great memorable role that we have for 1 or 2 episodes.
I can see that. I think that's all the point. Clarity Dawn's, her character is very smart. She's acting like an assistant in the beginning, but she communicates with her eyes. She knows what's really happening, but she's just this kind of appears to be a real basic person just doing Sunny's will. She's pretty much got control of most of the situations.
Yeah.
That was very fun.
Trying to figure out what's next. So if people are interested, they should reach out and let us know where they like to see this show going as well.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Yeah, I like that. Okay, I think we did it.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. Appreciate the time to be highlighted and
this is
talk
awesome.
about our project.
My pleasure.
It's just fun to get into the details. It's really fun.
Yes, yeah, I bet. My pleasure. It was great meeting you and talking with you, and all the best with your film.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Have a great day.
You too.
Thanks, Melissa.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.